Hello YouTube, this is Retta. I have a few readings today. I'm probably going to upload two and then save the rest for tomorrow. For all the people that continuously harass me for Selena Gomez and who is that? Fifth Harmony, I'm going to do their readings. And after I do it, I don't think I'll ever do their readings again. So, unless something like extraordinary happens. So for all you guys who want Fifth Harmony and Selena Gomez just by herself, because that relationship, I already did that, so just by herself, and I'm doing that. But right now I'm gonna do Nigel Farage, and I really like Nigel. I think I was like introduced to Nigel, it has to be like here in America. I was introduced, I learned more about him in about like 2008, 2009, and I always really enjoyed him. I thought he was very intelligent and stuff like that, and I always, you know, his what he says really sparked interest in me. But that being said, I did his birth cards, and he has like not very good birth cards. He has the Hermit, which he can be a loner. He can be an isolation, like, you know, I don't think he likes people too much, even though he may have friends and he may be seen in the public eye. I think the core of who he is, he's like a loner, but he's a trailblazer. With the Hermit, they have the light and they lead the way on the trail. So but he also has the Moon, so he can have some emotional outbursts. He might even deal with some like emotional maybe depression, stuff like that. So this is a constant battle he would have to deal with his whole life. Either some depression and maybe some emotional outburst, because his emotions, he's not one that can hide his emotions. They would be on his sleeve. They would be front and center, because, you know, that Moon card is really, you know, it's really in the forefront. So, you know, he would have to learn his life goal. He might have, I don't know him personally, but his life goal would be to kind of manage that Moon energy. You know, don't let that Moon energy control you. You know, use it for your advantage. He might have, I don't know. But yes, and for him to kind of break out of his shell and not be such, you know, a loner, not someone, he enjoys his own company, you know, but he is a trailblazer. So maybe him being that trailblazer has kind of got him out of this hermit type energy where he wants to, you know, be by himself. So we'll see how it goes. So there was a couple of things I wanted to know firsthand. I'm going to be using this deck. I've had it for a while, but I've never read with it. Like I said before, I use these YouTube readings to test out decks for my professional, you know, use. Because when you don't want to test out decks professionally for people, if you don't know, you know, how this deck reads, if you read well with it, you know, the answers that it's given, stuff like that, the energy it has. So this is a great way, and I can't read for myself, so this is a great way for me to I have like lots of decks that need to be broken in. So this is a great way. So I'm using, I think it's the Druid Craft. I'm using the Ayura Soma Tarot and the Rebel, Sacred Rebels. So what I want to see, he is supposed to, everybody wants to know if he's going to be the leader of the UK Independence Party. So before I do anything, oh, I'm so glad I got two of them. Okay, the UK Independence Party, is he going to take the helm again? Let's see. Is Nigel Farage going to be at the helm of the UK Independence Party? Is Nigel Farage going to be at the helm of the UK Independence Party? Nigel Farage. Let's see, Nigel. Okay, is he going to be at the helm of it? Two of Swords. He's making a decision right now. He's indecisive. He's indecisive. He you know, he's coming. He's trying to figure out if this is what he wants to do. Ooh, there's the Tower. Let's see. So that's not good. And there's a lot of fighting. So I think this UK independence party, there's a lot of infighting going on. He's very indecisive because right now it's in the midst of like the Tower, like, you know, chaos. Chaos right now in the UK independence party right now. There's a lot of chaos and a lot of infighting in the party. So he's trying to decide if that's what he wants to do. Is he going to do it? Is he going to take the lead? I know he's thinking about it. Is he going to take the lead? He's like very nostalgia about it. You know, he's remembering what it was, you know, what they grew it to be and what it is now. So it's still not telling me if he's going to take the helm. I'm trying. He's very nostalgia. I'll do one more card. You know, he's thinking of what, you know, when they formed the party, you know, what it's supposed to be. You know, he's kind of disgusted about what's going on with that party right now. He's still in contemplation, the Seven of Swords. You know, the Seven of Swords is usually like, you know, betrayal, stuff like that. So I think I don't know what the party did to him before. I think he's in a lot of, I think he feels kind of betrayed by the party. I don't know. So he's remembering what the party was, what it was created to be. It's in a free fall right now. It's in chaos and destruction. There's a lot of infighting. He's indecisive of which way he wants to go. Does he want to, you know, either get out of politics? Does he want to make his own party? Does he want to go a different way, or does he want to go down this path? But he's remembering, you know, better times of the party. He's remembering what it was, what it stood for, what it was meant to be, and what it's not right now. I don't know if you guys can see. This light is like really bright. So if you see, there's the Tower. Here's the infighting. I have my AC on too, so I might be loud. You're hearing that noise in the background. I apologize. It's hot, and the AC has to be on. So he's feeling very betrayed. I don't know the ins and outs of it, because for years there, you know, I wasn't really, I kind of removed myself from, I was more of a conspiracy realist, you know, and he popped up from time to time in there. So I never really paid attention to the news so far, you know, really the news, stuff like that. I found my news in other sources and books and stuff, but I don't know if there was some betrayal. Why isn't he the head of that party now? I don't understand. But he's feeling very, you know, he's remembering what it was, but I think there was some betrayal with that party with him. So it doesn't look like he's still indecisive about what he wants to do, but he thinks the party is a big mess right now. So I don't know. I want to see him now, his energy. What's around Nigel Farage? Nigel, what's the energy surrounding him? What's the energy? Whoops. The energy, Nigel Farage. What's the energy surrounding him? What's the energy surrounding him? The energy surrounding him. Whoops. The energy surrounding him. Okay, Nigel. I just feel like, I don't know, something's not really right with him. Like, his energy is a little all over the place. What's going on with Nigel? That's another Archangel card. These Archangel cards are coming out. It's like every time lately, that's what I'm picking, is these Archangels. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So that is the Archangel Riziel. I'm telling you, There is higher powers at work going on. It's like energy going on with higher powers. It really is. So the energy that's around him is Archangel Raziel, and it helps you overcome challenges and loosening the imprisoned bars of conditioning to be free, to free the wisdom within. Become part of the solution rather than contributing to the problem. Transform bitterness. Remember, he had some ill will towards that party. Not ill will, but he felt that they did him wrong. That party did him wrong. Transform the bitterness of past experiences into sweetness of spirit. Empower, present your gifts to the world, immersed in the wonder of the moment, yet not lost in it. So that really sums up what I was just saying. So that's the energy that's around him, kind of helping him, because he's trying to figure out what he wants to do, his next step. And this energy is around him is to help him get through that. I'm going to pull a couple of these cards from the Sacred Rebel, and then I'm going to get into the reading. I feel like his energy is all over the place, though. I'm kind of tuned into... When I let... his energy is like all over the place. Nigel Farage. Let's see, 1. Defend to the end. The worthwhile. So that's what he is. You know, he's been defending this Brexit, his ideas. He's trying to wake people up of what's, you know, going on in his country, and he's going to defend to the end. It's a worthwhile cause. So, you know, he's surrounded by wisdom. Trust himself. I think that's one of the reasons why he's all over the place, you know, because of this betrayal that this group, that maybe he was a founding member of this UK independence party, or he was a high member in it, and somehow they kind of like betrayed him. And so he's kind of like, he's a little overwhelmed, and it's like, trust yourself. Trust yourself. One more card. Conscious connections. Conscious connections. So, you know, he's going to really have to be in the forefront, and he's going to have to be, you know, he's really going to have to get up there if he can, you know, control his energy, because I feel like it's all over the place right now. His emotions are all over the place. His energy is all over the place. He's going to have to, if he wants to really, you know, wake people up, you know, to do this Brexit, he's going to have to get in front of the camera and talk one-on-one on people like he used to do. He's really going to have to really talk and talk and talk and do those one-on-one interactions. Conscious connections. Okay. So that's the end of that. Let's see Nigel. Nigel Farage. And then I've read somewhere, just because I was looking up his birthday and stuff, so when I was looking up his birthday, I seen that, like, maybe he was, you know, they thought he was ill or something, but he said he's been in a lot of back pain from a spinal injury, and he's been on Tenazepam. Ooh. Some Tenazepam for pain. So let's see, Nigel Farage. Alright, let's see, where is he at presently? The Tower. So, he's all over. Remember I said his energy is all over the place. He is all over the place right now. His energy is everywhere. He has that moon energy in his birth card. He needs to get a hold of it. But he feels like, you know, everything around him is, you know, collapsing. He feels he doesn't feel like safe. He feels like nothing's on firm foundation. You know, everything is, his hard work, everything that he's done is blowing up. What's the cross to bear with that? The Princess of Pentacles, what I just said, all his hard work, you know, all his hard work, everything he's put into it, you know, all the details, everything that he's put into maybe this independent party, or, you know, waking people up, talking about you know, this campaign he did for the Brexit, stuff like that. It's like all his hard work. He feels like it just blew up everything. You know, everything is just like all his hard work is blown up around him. Okay, underneath that is a rebirth. So this is the rebirth. So it's judgment. So, you know, under that, he's feeling like I said, he's in the indecision whether he wants to start something new, or start another chapter of his life. He's really deciding, is this what I really want to do? All these years, all this hard work, I thought I got somewhere, and just a couple of days ago, everything blew up. You know, all this work that I put in for all these years, you know, I thought I was really making a difference, and he's just like, he's trying to figure out what's his next chapter in his life. Does he want to continue? Does he want to try something else? Or does he just want to retire and become the hermit and, you know, go in his seclusion? Alright, what's the past? The past, you know, is still in indecision. His past, he doesn't know which path. You know, he hasn't made a choice of which path he wants to go. Maybe he even feels that with his indecision of him not rising to a more prominent part, maybe that's why things blew up, or, you know, things collapsed, because he didn't take the road that, you know, that road. Maybe his indecision of not trying to lead the party, or not being more involved per se, is that why it blew up? So he's in a lot of, he's self-reflecting, he's indifferent, he's just like, okay, and he's trying to figure out where he goes from here. So he's wondering, you know, did his indecision, even though, you know, he talked about the Brexit, and he talked, you know, he talked to everybody about the Brexit, and he led that. He could have took a stronger role. He's kind of looking at, is it my fault that things are collapsed right now? Things are blowing up, you know, and he's trying to decide where he wants to go next, what he wants to do. Okay, let's see what's on his mind. The Prince of Pentacles. Let's see. The Three of Swords. So, you know, like I said, he's still feeling that, he's feeling that whatever happened in this party, it just went. There was no real thought. He's like, they just did it. Whatever they did, maybe when the PM did this vote, I don't know if it was something that was scheduled or it was out the blue. He's feeling like, you know, they just went and did something without any real thought. And so he's just like, what the heck? He doesn't know what to think about this stuff right now. But he's actually really, really heartbroken. He's really, really heartbroken. He really, really is. It's the Three of Swords. He's really, 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 really heartbroken. Really heartbroken. He feels like his whole world, like I said, that tower has came apart. That everything that he's kind of worked for, that what he hoped for, you know, he doesn't know where it's gonna go. He doesn't even know what's gonna happen next, you know. He's really, really heartbroken. And he's like, all his hard work, it's like his little whole you know, his whole little world has changed, basically. Let's see, the future, the Nine of Cups. See, look at him by himself. Look at all these cups, but he's by himself. You know, that's the type of energy he has. He's the hermit. So you see all these cups and stuff, but he's by himself. He enjoys his own company. Let's see. We're trying to see what's going on in the future. Death, transform. The King of Pentacles. So, I see he might take a time out for himself. He might do. He might take a little time out for himself and enjoy his own company in the future. He might like, okay, I'm enjoying my own company. He might, you know, I don't know if he has a partner or a family or whatever. But he enjoys his quiet time. He wants to reflect, you know. He wants to go in, you know, enjoy his quiet time, enjoy his home maybe. But he's going to have a period of that's going to end. That's going to end, and he's going to be transformed. So that's going to be, you know, that's going to end this he's going to, you know, this time to sit by himself, enjoy life a little bit, that's going to end. He's not going to be he's not going to be satisfied with just sitting there and enjoy his company. He's going to do it for a little while, but then that's going to end and he's going to transform. And I see him in a prominent position. This is the King of Pentacles. So he's going to transform himself. He's going to use that time of self-reflection. I don't know how old Nigel is, but he's going to use this time to like recharge, get himself back together. He's going to transform and that. He's going to transform himself, and I see him in the position of power in the future. So I see him in the future as a position of power. I don't know if it's going to be the Independence Party or what, but he's going to be a very powerful man in a leadership position in the future. Okay, that's the end of the reading for Nigel Farage. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.